Part 2. Boom. But anyway, so yeah, what happens, that's why I hate math. And English, I'm just not good at. I have to be a little quiet. But anyway, so, yeah. Why did I make a part 2? This is stupid. Anyway, what I'm making in art class. My mom's walking around. It's scary. Okay, yeah. So what I made in art class was a pinch pot, which we had to make something nature. I don't know. I can't remember, but I made a wolf. Ironic, huh? And I surrounded it with the bowl, but it wouldn't stay on the bowl, so it's just two separate pieces. I can't speak. Two separate pieces that you just stick together, and it just sort of sits there. And I unintentionally made it look like Deuce. I picked the wrong colors to, like, go together. Like, I guess I thought they would be different, but yeah. My mom's just walking around and it's scaring me for some reason. It's an alien, no. But yeah. And then the next project we made was a slab pot. Yeah. And what you do is you take 2 slabs of clay, right? That's what 3D art is. And you trace the same thing into both. Cut them out. Cut them. Stick them together. Well, first you put like a PVC pipe in the middle of them, and then you score the sides, and then you slip them, and then you pinch them, like to make them stay. And mine looked like a volcano. It had to be organic shape, but it still looked like a volcano. And then that was done. I'm done with that. But now I'm working on something called a bread bowl. Why did I say something? Dear God. Okay, but it's a bread bowl. And let me tell you, I had to come in, I had to stay after for this thing because I kept messing it up. And so we had to actually put it on these boards, wooden boards. And my first one broke, gone. And then we had to go to the next day. Second one. Didn't make it. But I still left it up there. And I brought it out. Thursday. No. Sorry. Whatchamacallit. Wednesday. There we go. Finally. But, so I brought it out Wednesday. And what happens is moisture plus wood plus bag around it to keep it moisturized equals mold. And I didn't know what this green stuff was. I was just like, oh, that's paint. Just brush it off. And mind you, I have cuts all over my hand from Glass and Alternative, so I was freaking out when I learned it was mold. But it was on the bottom of the clay. So I'm breaking it up and putting it in the wet clay bin to re-moisturize and reuse. My clay teacher walks over and she's like, oh, that's mold. In the calmest voice you can imagine. I immediately throw what's in my arms so far in the trash, and I start digging out what I've thrown in the wet clay bin, throw it away. I run in my Glass Alternatives room because the clay room don't have soap, but we're connected, and she opens it for our bags so they don't get dirty and clayey, and so there's soap in there. And the clay teacher walks in. We're not supposed to be in there, like, mingling, and other people were in there trying to get stuff done, but I was in there, like, washing my hands, like, get off of me. And then she comes over, she's like, what are you doing? You don't have soap in the clay room. And she's like, oh, okay. And so I wash my hands, and then, yeah, and then I restart for the third time. I need new clay, and then I get all of it done, and the teacher helps me out, because I'm an idiot. And I don't know how to make a bread bowl. And what happens is, I try to make a texture at the bottom with a rolly thingy, but the sides are already up. So what happened was, I ruined the sides. And the bottom, in fact, actually, that thing was messed up afterwards, and so were the sides. So I was just like, clay teacher, I have to restart that. I said her name, but I'm not saying her name right now. I have to restart, and she's like, ugh. But she's a really nice teacher, so she understands. She's like, okay. And I was just like, do you want me to start making a new one? She's like, no, we only have 3 minutes left. I was like, okay. So I start kneading it back together, and I put it in the bag with not a board, no, but in just a plastic bag. So I put it away, and I start cleaning my table. I go home. I come back Thursday, and I'm like, I have a friend. He's just like, oh, are you staying after? I'm like, yeah. I need to get this thing done. And so I did get it done, but I bet when I get there tomorrow, sides are going to be like, woo. Anyway. Hold on. How much time do I have? 12 minutes. Don't worry. But, so, yeah. And then I finally start doing a good job when I get to Thursday. So when I get there, what happens is I'm kneading the new clay, right? Getting it good so there's no air bubbles. And I start making it all over again. And then I'm smart enough to put the powder on the bottom before I lift the sides. So I do that. And then I'm just waiting for it to dry after I put, if you've made a bread bowl before the way I have, then you'll understand. But we cut the sides, and then it's just like a peel up part, and then you put the triangle looking thingies, and then you score and slip them, and then you smoosh them up together, and then it's like a handle on both sides, and it's a bread bowl. And then what I did is I put some little extra clay on my fingers, and I'll smooth out the corners so there's no leakage. Like if you want to put something like, I don't know, soup in it. I don't know. So yeah, I do that. And then I'm legit the entire time that I have to stay after school for this thing, I'm just putting a blow dryer to it to make it stay up. And I'm just sitting there talking to everybody like, hey, how you doing over there? Good, okay. And it's just like so loud. It's unbelievably loud. But yeah, and hold on. Yeah, I had to get a shot here. And I'm still shaking. Okay, so you want to hear about my shot, don't you? Okay, so what happened was, my dad's like, okay, on Thursday, you're going to get your shot, which was the 8th. The 8th was when I had to get my shot. We decided not to get it at my school because I felt more comfortable if my dad got his flu shot with me. I know that sounds stupid, but still, I am petrified of needles. Sorry. I'm, scared of needles. The entire day, every time the intercom came on or the phone rang, I almost passed out legitimately. I got so dizzy that I had to set my head on my desk, and one of my teachers yelled at me. I'm like, I'm going to pass out, and you yell at me. And so, yeah, the rest of the day goes by, and my dad hasn't come to pick me up yet, and I'm freaking out. Like, every single class, I'm sending him 20 texts, when are you coming to pick me up? And every time he responds, and you're like, I will let you know. And he sends me this text, and it says, after school, we will go get your shot. And I'm like, and mind you, I didn't eat lunch because I thought he was going to take me out to get the shot, and then we would go eat lunch, and then I would go home. Not home, school. I hate school, but I also love it. But, and plus, I had $0 in my lunch account, so, yeah. But I would have at least went to the gross lunch line to get something. I don't know. Uncrustables? They actually serve Uncrustables, and it's amazing. But, so, yeah, so I'm on the bus, right? And I'm freaking out. I'm legit shaking. And every time I hear one of the high schoolers yell, as you've heard from the first video, I rant about this, and I jump, and I'm just, shaking, and I'm just, so scared, and I'm, taking my sweet time to walk home, because she drops us off at, a bus stop, and it's, a few yards away from my house, and I'm just, shuffling, and I'm just so scared. And I see my dog in the Jeep with my dad, And Deuce is just like, hi. So yeah, Deuce got to come with me to get the shot, and he didn't go in, of course, but like after I got my shot, my dad's paying, and he's just like, oh, I have to blah 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 blah, and I'm like, Dad, can I go see Deuce? And I'm like crying, and then he's like, yeah, and I run out of that doctor's office, and I book it to the Jeep, and I open the door, and my dog's just like, hi, and I close the door, and I just like hug him. It's so funny now that I look back on it, but it's scary. It is, hold on. It is scary. Like, I freak out with needles. Like, my dad had to hold me down just to get the dang shot. And after that, I'm still shaking. I almost passed out. So yeah. I think that's all you guys need to know. That's good 10 minutes of entertainment. 10 minutes of entertainment. And me one time whacking myself with my phone. Not the controller. But anyways, I mean in the first video. But yeah. See you guys later. Go check out Mr. Queen's channel. She really needs it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alpha out.